Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Toga, your friendly neighborhood colorectal surgeon. I get a lot of comments about a couple of things. One is my lighting. Y'all, back off on the lighting, okay? I'm a simple country surgeon. This is the lighting. To my eyes, they are real. They're not artificial intelligence. Why would you say that to me? It's like, those are my God-given eyes. I mean, I don't know how to show them to you any better, but there it is. So those are real eyes. They're not contacts or AI. So I'm almost offended by the AI thing. And then the other thing is this metal. So Catholics in the audience recognize this metal. And here it is, Tushie Tuesday. And I thought, you know what? I will regale my Catholic fans with a true fact story that I will try to make pithy. That there is a patron saint for hemorrhoids. This is why this is a Tuesday topic. There's a patron saint for hemorrhoids. His name is Saint Fiacre, Fiacre. If you are in Europe, you might recognize the term Fiacre as meaning taxi cab. And that is because typical taxi cabs have these bucket seat, the original ones, and like these kind of very poorly fashioned seats for the drivers. And those drivers all had hemorrhoids. So Saint Fiacre is actually the patron saint for taxi cab drivers, for hemorrhoids, and for gardeners. And so, which I ought to tell you, if you drive a lot, if you garden, gonna have the hemorrhoids. So here's the story real quick, and I've already talked too long. So Fiacre was a monk, and he's a monk. He doesn't like a lot of fanfare, and he's from Ireland. And he got pretty famous because he was good at healing things, and he decided to escape Ireland and get to France. Well, his reputation preceded him. And he had this huge crowd of people who were trying to be healed. And he decided to, what a mistake politically, he asked the Pope for more land. So the Pope knows he can't give him more land because, he's greedy because, politics. But he also can't say no to a healing hospital. That looks not mighty Christian of you. So instead, the Pope says, you can have all the land that you can put a trench around in a 24-hour period of time. Fine, Fiacre. And then he gives him this little short-handled shovel. It's awesome. So the next morning, Fiacre wakes up, grabs short-handled shovel, puts it in the ground, and a huge trench just develops before his eyes. So he spends the day essentially dragging this little trench all around this compound. It's an enormous swath of land. But it is the exact trenching Jan Pope asked for. It was exhausting, and he had to bend over to do it, so he's doing a lot of squatting. And at the end of the day, apparently, so the story goes, the hemorrhoids were horrible. There's a giant boulder in the middle of this property, so he decides to sit on the boulder. And one of the miracles, thus they say, so the trench is the first miracle. Second miracle would be this boulder, because he sits on the boulder, and the boulder cures his hemorrhoids. And when he stands up, there's an imprint in the boulder of these hemorrhoids. And they're called the figs of St. Fiacre. You can Google that if you don't believe me. And the figs of St. Fiacre. And to this day, this boulder is there. That little hemorrhoid shape is in the boulder. And if you're in France, you can sit on this boulder if your ass hurts to improve your hemorrhoids. For everyone else who can't make it to France to stick your ass on the boulder, I highly suggest avoid prolonged squatting, things that require squatting and lifting, something like gardening, or prolonged sitting on a toilet seat, or prolonged sitting on a bucket seat while driving. All those things lead to hemorrhoids, and if you avoid that, I think you'll never need to pray to the Lord our God that your hemorrhoids get better. All right. I hope you learned something.